could uh, stop other people from doing things because he's famous and people love him. Okay? I'm telling you all this because I talked to somebody who's an attorney, and they were giving me layman's terms because they couldn't come on here and tell you that because I'm going to give you Sylvia's layman way. Remember, I'm not an attorney because somebody's going to come behind me and do a commentary on me and say Sylvia said this, Sylvia said that, but this is Sylvia paraphrasing things in her own way, in her own mindset. I do not have a law degree, never had one, never will have one, but this is Sylvia's understanding what was provided to her by an attorney. In fact, to a different attorney. And the attorneys are not Robert Sylvester Curley's attorney. These are my personal friend because I belong. Because remember the other day I did a little group thing where you saw Oprah. I belong to a women's group, and in that women group, there's a lot of people who I am connected to, who are in politics, who's with the federal government, who are attorneys, lawyers, blah blah blah, high-ranking individual women who are movers and shakers of this world. And they're part of this group that I'm in. And so I have access to individuals, casual conversation that I have with them because, I'm really trying to work and trying to find ways to help Robert out, right? So two attorneys, one is a federal and one is a local one, they talk to me and they tell me certain things. They try to put it in regular layman's terms so I can understand it. So I'm giving you guys my mind understanding of certain things, okay? So, basically said, because of his position and his popularity of who he is, even though they have taken away his passport to travel, he has access to individuals who would do him favors because they love him because he's a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? So it's not true because if he would have did, if he could have, he would have did it before. But they're relying on past experience. I'm going to give you past experience. Like, for example, in the New York case, they talked about how someone who worked in the government to give him a fake ID to marry Aaliyah. Well, that is right there saying he has the charisma or the personality to persuade individual in the field of authority to make things happen for him. It's not true, Dom. You're correct. It's not true. But what he is being accused of.
This is the bitch who got on her live, and literally stated that we do not know what happened behind closed doors. That is not a person for Robert Sylvester Kelly. Not at all. And anybody who can say out their mouth that is that man and that tape or any tape is not for Robert Sylvester Kelly. Period. She literally said, I never watched him. I don't know his music and blah, blah, blah. This, that, the other. As old as she is, what the fuck are you in here for? That is another one. I'm so glad that she has gone to the opposing side because I was so sick of that bitch. I'm still sick of that bitch. And you can spew out shit like that. It's not him in that fucking tape. There's evidence that it is Damon Pryor. Why don't you know this? Why don't you know this? But you're in this fight and in these Rileys and everything else. You want to be frontliner to the shit. I can't. I gotta go to work. And that's it. That's all.